doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself of a time when in spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I
tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Check 1 2 test. Surprise, everybody. What's happening? All right. Why am I on? There's nothing major breaking. I just jumped on Friday afternoon. I had a update in my live streaming program. A few things actually, and I needed to do a test. So I decided, heck with it. We'll just jump on live. We'll do off the cuff. We'll talk to you. We'll look at some news. I'll give you my takes on a few things. So here we are, unscheduled, out of the clear blue sky. All right, let's go to your comments. Who's here? Texas is in the house. Very nice. Hey guys. Hey, Patrick. How are you? Good to see you. Just a little quick Friday afternoon show. We'll touch on the news. I'll share the screen. We'll go on X. We'll go on Telegram. All right. Hey guys, how are you? Okay. All right. Excellent. So people are joining on unscheduled. Nobody knew I was coming on. It's not like I'm making it a big deal. Like I said, I was just doing some updates on my programs, had some updates, and I needed to stream it. I'm streaming to YouTube and Rumble and Facebook right now. Not streaming to X yet. Everybody's in the house. Nice. Reno, Nevada. Good. All right. Illinois. I don't know what part of Illinois. Sweet Home Chicago. Okay. Good stuff. All right. Iowa. Tennessee. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Yes, it is the dude. Nice. Heck, hello to you too. I get it. New Jersey in the house. New Jersey. Hey, Parma. Uh-oh. You might be my next door neighbor almost. Yeah. I was living in Parma right before my life was uprooted. Yeah, sure. Come on in. Everybody's welcome. Heck. Matter of fact, I'm doing a service to my UK friends right now because of their time. Mark in the UK probably doesn't even realize I'm on. All right. Yep. Parma. Western North Carolina. Nice. Georgia in the house. Texas. What is going on in Texas? What is happening? Is it a civil war about to happen or a revolution? Language matters. Let's do this. Let's play a clip. How about that? Check it out.
Matt Finn joins us from Eagle Pass, Texas. Matt, tell us what you're seeing.
Well, right now, the state of Texas has not relinquished control of this park. The Texas National Guard is still fiercely defending this property, both on the street and along the Rio Grande River behind me. You can also see Texas has not removed any of its razor wire. In fact, right now, live, Texas is installing additional razor wire. Today is the day the Biden administration issued the deadline to Texas to respond to the federal government about how much, if any, Texas plans on reopening this park to the feds. The Texas Attorney General tells me as it stands, there are no plans to cooperate with that deadline or remove any more razor wire, as it's basically serving as a border wall here. The Biden administration has made it clear it wants full access to Shelby Park, also the nearby boat ramp it uses, and the International Bridge. Texas says Border Patrol has had access to the river and the boat ramp. The state just doesn't want Border Patrol interfering with its razor wire mission on land.
And we haven't said if they have a medical emergency, they can tell us, and we'll let them deal with it. That is not what they're trying to do. They're bullying us, and they're trying to get control of this 2.5 acres more for the point than actual need or any kind of necessity of saving anybody's life. That's just not true. They're lying.
Texas is now in its third week of seizing Shelby Park and banning Biden's border agents. Texas already defied the Biden administration's first deadline last week to reopen this park. And now, after the Supreme Court ruled in the Biden administration's favor, the U.S. government issued another deadline today. There's been this pending question about whether there could be some type of physical confrontation between the federal government and the state of Texas. So far, Ken Paxton, the Texas State Attorney General, and the National Council for Border Patrol tell us they can't imagine that there would be any type of physical showdown here. It'd be hard to pit the National Guard up against Border Patrol agents. We'll be here on the ground. We'll keep you up.
Okay, there you go. So the latest that was just recently from obviously Fox News. So as I was on here, it looks like, let's do this. Let me do this. All right, we'll do it like that. All right, so it looks like Tucker Carlson just as I was preparing to come on the air, looks like he just dropped a video. It looks like it's 6 minutes and 24 seconds long. And it says, in an interview from India, Governor Greg Abbott says 10 other states have sent National Guard to the Texas border and others will follow. Abbott says he is prepared for a conflict with federal authorities. I have no idea what this video is, obviously what I just read. Let's watch it together. What do you say?
On Monday, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled that the Biden administration is legally allowed to open the border by force to cut down razor wire along the Rio Grande sector of the U.S.-Mexico border in Texas. The usual suspects voted for this: Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, Ketanji Brown Jackson, but they were joined by so-called conservative justices John Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett. So in response to this ruling, which shocked many, the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, drafted a letter, not simply to the administration, but to the world. And here's part of what it says. Under President Biden's lawless border policies, more than 6 million illegal immigrants have crossed our southern border in just 3 years. That is more than the population of 33 different states in this country. This illegal refusal to protect the states has inflicted unprecedented harm on the people all across the United States. Abbott goes on to say the state of Texas has the authority under the Constitution to, quote, protect itself. That authority is the supreme law of the land, and it supersedes any federal statutes to the contrary. And then, following very quickly, 25 other states with Republican governors signed a letter pledging their support to Texas and its constitutional right to defend itself and this country. Those states include Ohio, Florida, Utah, Nevada, and many others. And then the Biden administration responded. The administration threatened these states, and particularly Texas, with a, quote, 24-hour deadline to allow Border Patrol to reopen the border and to take down the barbed wire. Clearly a collision course. What happens next? We're thankful to be joined now by Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, who joins us by phone from India. Governor Abbott, thank you so much for joining us. If the administration declares that it plans to federalize the National Guard of the state of Texas, your National Guard, what will be your response?
Well, first, I'll be shocked. That would be a boneheaded move on his part, a total disaster. But for one, as you might imagine, we are prepared in the event that that unlikely event does occur to make sure that we will be able to continue exactly what we've been doing over the past month, and that is building these barriers, whether it be the concertina wire or other anti-crime border barriers, whatever we've been building. The Biden administration is now trying to attack us because of it. And we will continue to do exactly what we're doing to expand our denial of illegal entry into the state of Texas.
With state employees, I assume, not with National Guard. But can you envision a scenario in which you would put armed state employees on the border instead of the National Guard of Texas?
We do have other armed state employees on the border as we speak right this minute, and that's the Texas Department of Public Safety, as well as other law enforcement officers, as well as National Guard from other states. And you can be assured there will be more National Guard from other states and more law enforcement officers within the state of Texas and other states. And Tucker, I just signed a new law in the state of Texas that will go into effect on March the 5th that authorizes any law enforcement officer in the state of Texas to be able to arrest anybody coming across the border illegally.
Have you spoken to the president or anyone from the Biden White House about what appears to be an imminent collision?
I have not, to be clear. I have spoken to the president about the border. I met him on a tarmac in El Paso and talked to him directly about what was going on. I handed him a letter that had in it immediate solutions he could take that would immediately secure the border without the need of any new law to be passed. Despite the fact that I handed him on altogether 8 different letters, he has refused to ever respond. My point in telling you that, we have laid down the precursor of what's called Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution to show that we have been invaded and we have demanded support from the president to safeguard our state, and they have refused to do so 8 times, and that authorized me to declare an invasion under Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution to make sure that Texas is going to be able to use every tool in our arsenal to defend our state.
Of the couple of dozen Republican-led states who've pledged support for you, how many do you think would send National Guard to Texas?
I'll be shocked and disappointed if almost all of them do not send. There have been about 10 so far that have sent National Guard or other law enforcement. They now are joined together with us. And this is a fight for the future of America, and they all know it. And so I believe that they will all be in on December.
It's just a remarkable moment. And I know you're heading out, but my final question is, how do you see this resolving? What happens next?
Well, Texas is going to continue to expand the border barriers that we are erecting, the razor wire that we're putting up, and to continue to gain control of more land over the coming months. I believe, however, that this will all come to an end on January the 20th of next year, because I believe a new president will be sworn in, a president who will actually enforce the immigration laws of the entire country, not just the Texas border, but New Mexico and Arizona and California and the Canadian border also. And we will have safe and secure borders once again, because we will have a president who actually will enforce the laws of the United States of America.
But in the next year, are you concerned about any kind of conflict between state forces, whether state employees or National Guard, and federal forces?
So, Tucker, all we can do is be as prepared as possible, deploy as many people as possible, do as much as possible to put up more border barriers and deny illegal entry. And our head is down. We're working hard, regardless of what the Biden administration is doing.
Governor Greg Abbott of Texas joining us now from India. Thank you very much, Governor.
Thank you. Take care.
That better? I'm sorry. I was muted. We're good? We're good. Okay. Sorry about that. The reason I had muted that is because I never really come on there in the afternoon hour like this. And the mailman showed up and the dog is going crazy upstairs. So you would have heard all kinds of barking. All right. Anyways, TikTok. Like I was saying, I want to go to your comments right now. You just watched the Tucker Carlson video. I played the snippet before the show about the latest update from the Texas border and what's going on. You've been following my Facebook page, obviously. I've been giving you all the latest updates. I want to go to your comments. Tell me what you think. What's your opinion? What's happening? Yeah. Why is Abbott in India? I honestly don't know. I didn't know he was in India. Of course, I stay up on all the news. I don't have every answer, but hopefully maybe somebody in the comments can tell us why. Okay. No, it's not Floyd. The dog is Chico. Chico is my father's dog, and all of you know my dad passed away just over last year, December, and just over a year ago, and not 2022. And now Chico is all left alone, and I got to take care of Chico, and he's a wild, crazy dog when the mailman comes. All right. Let's go to your comments. Let's go here. Katie says the feds are being forced to be open about their treason. All the world can see it. Here's an interesting thing, Katie. Let's go here. I'm going to go to something called the 17 drops. Let's go here. Okay, you see that? Let's take comments. All right. There is drop number. Wait, it's number 2684. There it is, 2684. And at the bottom it says, stage set, public border wall fight necessary to bring public awareness. RE, true intentions of the D Party. Enon's new narrative fight, dark to light. Stage set. So we go back to this drop here, and we'll go into the Twitter link. The drop is February 10th of 2019. All right. And 2684. And then if we go to, if the stage is set, let's click this. Let's go and see what it is. Let me share this tab. Okay. And it goes right to Donald Trump's account from February 10th of 2019, same day match. President is on sound legal ground to declare a national emergency. There have been 58 national emergencies declared since the law was enacted in 1976, and 31 right now that are currently active. So this is hardly unprecedented. Obviously, he was probably either tagging a congressman in this, and yeah, I'm just taking a look at this. All right. So, anyways, my point to this is, and what I can put together, obviously, is all right. So I'll bring myself back up here. Stage being set. There's a lot of coincidences going on. Of course, I'm extremely careful when it comes to. I'm different than the other pages. A lot of other pages when I put once in a while, I'll put a decode up to a drop and things like that. But I'm far and few in between because I stick to the reality of the situation. I don't push anything that is far-fetched. There are a lot of coincidences, if you will, that do match the drops now that when they said back years ago, future proves past, well, there's a lot happening now that really, really makes you raise an eyebrow and say, how do they know? So here we are right now. Again, this is part of Public Awakening. There is some things out there right now that a lot of people send me things. There are some things out there right now. Oh gosh. Let me think that I won't post because there is no proof, but there are people insinuating, if you will, that there's other reasons behind the so-called invasion happening at the border right now. We are in warfare. We are in psychological warfare right now. So I'm very open to a lot of things going on, but at the same time, the whole thing about the border being open. Here's the big problem with it. People are dying as a direct result of open borders. The number one reason, first and foremost, is the fentanyl crisis in the country. So that's why I have a hard time thinking that this is all a white hat operation as well. So I'm on the fence with quite a bit, but here we are today. Things are about to pop off. It is 2:10 p.m. Eastern in the afternoon here on the East Coast. And this is the day that Biden said that, okay, they got 24 hours. I don't know when he exactly said that, so it's about to expire probably momentarily right now. What will the Biden administration, the government, do when this 24 hours is up? I mean, it might be up right now for all I know. I don't know the exact time this was stated, but here we are. All right. So what are your thoughts on what's going on right now in Texas? Are you behind? Also, one other thing, are you behind what Texas is doing, and Greg Abbott standing up, declaring an invasion on Texas at the southern border. All the other states, which is like 25, maybe more right now. Okay. 24 hours for what? 24 hours for them to reverse everything, open that park back up, take down the razor wire, everything. And they're not going to do it. As I played the clip in the beginning, the razor wire is staying up. As a matter of fact, more razor wires going up. So they're doing everything that we wanted to have happen at this point. A lot of people are upset, rightfully so, that it's taken so long. Yes, why did we wait 3 years? Again, that's why I said public awakening type of situation going on. Again, I don't want to speculate too much into that. So let's go to your comments, okay? All right. Susan says, yes, but why now? I'm very glad and thankful he's about time for people to stand up, but why now? And why are all these states choosing now to back him? Very interesting. I'd like to hear your takes on that. Let's go to this one here. Stacy says, behind Texas, but still want to know why it took them 3 years to do this. Makes me think something is afoot. Here's the thing. Everybody thinks something is afoot nowadays. There are some folks that are so gone far down the rabbit hole. They think everything behind every news report, there's something wrong with it. No, I don't. I'm all about questioning everything. But some folks are just way, way too gone, in my personal opinion only. All right. Let's see. I'm behind Abbott all the way. I live in the middle of Washington State. Saw two guys dressed in Palestinian garb as the gas station. Scared the crap out of me. Okay. Definitely behind Abbott. Texas isn't a dumping ground. It is our home. Respect it. I'd like to comment on that one right there. I'm only giving my personal opinion. Earlier today, I posted about just because certain people have large platforms with 250,000, 500,000, 1 million people. Doesn't mean necessarily they're always right. There is a lot of big following platforms out there, mainly talking about X, Twitter X, and I think they're yes, they could be paid by the government, the White House themselves, no question about that. The White House has made it clear they pay Instagram, social media, and TikTok influencers. They're behind all that as well. But there are accounts out there you got to be careful about. And I think at this point, so deep into the game already, that everybody knows who they should follow for the most part and who's blowing smoke. But the one thing I wanted to say was, in alignment with this comment, Texas isn't a dumping ground, is our home. Respect it. Yes, I think that is very important. I'm seeing people now say things like, and this is not on my page. I think it's important to be smart. Okay, AKA the truckers convoy that is headed there now. I posted it on my page. I'll play the clip. If you haven't seen it, I'll play it real quick. It isn't long. There's apparently 700,000 truckers in alignment with apparently Canada that are headed to the southern border. I applaud this. There are people who are saying, be careful, it's a trick, the government's going to get you. Maybe so. But here's the deal, all right? The clock is ticking. We all knew that 2024 would be the big year, and we've just begun. We're in the end of the first month. A lot of things are going to happen, unprecedented things are going to happen in this country that we have never witnessed before in our while we've been alive. As far as it's going to be historic. My take, my opinion only. This is me only. I say that patriots in this country need to be smart and wise, but at the same time, they cannot sit back and do nothing. It is time for us to stand the F up, take back your country, and fight. I have always said, and this goes years ago, all right, when they say trust the plan, all right, always said, and people who followed me for a long time will know I'm telling the truth. I have always said, part of the plan is we the people, us. It is not Donald Trump, the savior. It is us standing up and doing what is right and taking back what is ours. Freedom is not free. Freedom is earned, and you have to stand up and fight for it. Be careful the words I use, because I could say fight, and then the next thing you know, I'll have the men in black at my front door. I'm not saying to go out there and cause violence. The thing is, here's what they did. This is exactly what they did. All right. What they did was they took January 6th. They infiltrated January 6th. They immediately knew what they had to do. And what they had to do was go around and arrest everybody that was there, walked into that building, and make an example out of them. You have seen and heard the fear about January 6th prisoners sitting in jail, not being able to see a lawyer, all the horror stories. That is done intentional to put into your psyche, into your mindset, and for you to question a time like right now today. Well, maybe we shouldn't go to the Texas border and stand up because look what they did to January 6th, blah, blah, blah. That is a coward's way of thinking, and they've psychologically manipulated your mindset. People have to stand up. Men of this country must stand up. I am a man, and I will be glad to go down there with my brothers in arms if need be. If something pops off here in my state in Ohio and it needs for us to stand up, I will be there. I'm not just going to sit behind a microphone and have my little podcast show and do nothing. Sure, I believe that I'm doing a service to the public by doing what I do. And I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for you. But at the same time, I'll stop everything I'm doing and fight for this country because I know how much time I have left on this earth. But my grandchildren have an awful long time left on this earth, and I'm going to be damned if I'm not going to do nothing. And I'm going to be damned if I'm going to be a podcaster to sit here and tell people stand up and fight and not do anything. I'll be there. I'll go to my last breath if I have to. Everything in this country that we grew up on and we learned in school, we had to pledge allegiance, one nation under God. I mean, come on now. Everything that we've learned and been taught and fought for. Think about, like I just said, my father, I was talking about his dog. He was a Vietnam veteran. Okay. He'd be rolling over in his grave. He was doing it before his dementia set in. He couldn't believe what was happening to this country. Everything they fought for. I'm not saying be stupid, patriots. Be smart. Be wise. Make smart choices. Don't go out there and cause violence, but stand up. If they want to fight, then you have to defend yourself. But we need to stand up. No more of this talk about, well, I don't know, it's a ploy. They're going to get you. The government knows you're coming. They're going to be there to arrest you. Well, damn. So what? Arrest them. I can care less about being arrested. I've seen my fair share of time inside. I don't care about that. Fine, arrest me. You have to stand up. Because if you lie down now, it's going to be game over. The clock is ticking. The clock is literally ticking right now. This is not a game anymore. All right. That's my little rant for the day. I didn't come on here to do this. I actually came on to do a test stream. Yes. Everything they fought for. Correct. Deb says, true, Bruce, we need to be ready for anything mentally, spiritually. We're out of time. We can't lose our country. We need to fight for it. Exactly. And that brings me to another good point. Last night, before I went to bed, I talked about prayer and praying for me, and I'll pray for you as a collective in return. All right. Some of us can't go out there and do certain things because maybe we're physically unable to do so. And we feel a little helpless. You know what? The most powerful thing we can do right now, if you believe it or not, is pray. Pray for us. Pray for the country. Pray for the patriots. The power of prayer, where two or more are gathered in the collective, is very powerful. It's more powerful than any man-made weapon. Stand up. Stand up for your freedom. It is time. No more of these games. No more of the fear that has been perpetrated upon us. to sit back and do nothing. I don't buy that. I am not that type of person. I am not cut from that cloth. I don't believe in sitting back and doing nothing. I believe in being smart and being wise and doing kind of like the art of war type thing. I don't believe in what the left does, where they just go out because they read the first headline in the news and they go out and they riot like BLM, Antifa, and Antifa, I got to be careful about that because they do have a strategic plan. They are, believe it or not, art of war type material. They go in and they inject their rioting into the public, and the public follows like sheep. Okay, so I might want to retract that. But we have to stand up for what we believe in and what is right. Go all the way back to that time when you were in school as a kid and you put your hand over your heart and you said, "Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America." And I was in Catholic school. Then we had our morning prayer. Then we went to history class and social studies class, whatever you wanted to call it. And we learned about the branches of government and about the Republicans and the Democrats and everything else. Everything that we learned. Now it's been taken away from us. It has been manipulated due to corruption. And it is our right, as we the people, to stand up. It is our government. This is ours. The government works for us. Nothing is too hard for God. Absolutely nothing. Power of prayer. Let's go to, let me grab my other, we'll do that. I'll play that piece right now. Oh, let me find it. Is it right here? Yeah, this is it right here. So, all right. Let me grab this. Give me a second. All right. Let me share this tab. Go to, okay. Let's play this one. This is the, as far as the truckers that are coming to.
Let's talk about this.
Here we go.
Trucker convoy. You brought this up just a moment ago. So this is called Take Our Border Back. It kicks off Monday. So you've got multiple starts. You've got trucks leaving from Virginia Beach that are going to go through Texas, Arizona, California. On the website, it describes the event as a peaceful assembly, encouraging all freedom-loving and law-abiding Americans to attend. I saw that you posted on X to raise awareness about that. You obviously just mentioned it a moment ago. I understand that you're going to be speaking once they get to Eagle Pass. I also see that, it's going to go through Yuma. It's going to go San Ysidro, California as well. 700,000 vehicles. That's the prediction here. How do you keep that, peaceful and on track? That's a lot of trucks.
Well, the people that have organized this are the same people that went to California to D.C. with the truckers. I understand we're going to be joined by Canadian truckers. So these people are committed to a peaceful demonstration that we've had enough. The American people have had enough. We're demanding that the Biden administration do its job, enforce the laws on the books, and secure our border. 8 million people during the Biden administration. That's more than the population of Ohio. This is the time for us to rise up as the American people and demand that our president do his job. This should be a peaceful movement of the American people, joined by other nations if they want to come. This is the Canadian farmers, truckers. This is the German farmers. This is the French farmers. This is the Dutch farmers. This is a movement well beyond the United States that people are simply tired of the overreach of their federal governments, and we're pushing back. Now is the time.
All right. So let me remove that. We have some breaking news. Hold on. Kind of breaking news. Let me see. Stand by. Let me grab it. Let's see. I just seen it come across the wire. We go to TV. See if I can find it. All right, I'll do this. Stand by. Let me share the screen. Stop screen. All right. Share screen. All right. We should do that. I think I got it. All right. There's my Telegram. Just in. The United States to station nuclear weapons in the UK for the first time in 15 years. Pentagon documents reveal. Moscow warns of escalation as warheads to be housed at RAF now in Suffolk. So let me make sure everybody else. Let's go to this one. Yeah. So there we are as well. U.S. is planning to station nuclear weapons in the UK for the first time in 15 years. As the threat from Russia increases, Pentagon documents seen by the Telegraph reveal. So that's just coming into the wire. Now, I have said, all right, and this, I hope at the end of the day that I don't have to say I was right. As far as one of my major predictions, I don't do a lot of predictions on here. I'm not into that. All right. But I have said time and time again, we are headed. All right. And this goes with everything we're watching today and everything we're reporting on Texas. We are headed for a scare event that is very real. We are already in the midst of it, the stages of it. And we are headed to, I'm not going to backtrack, Cuban Missile Crisis 2.0. You just saw that breaking news. All right. Now we're moving nuclear warheads into the UK. All right. And you better believe that Russia is watching every move. You saw this week that I reported that Sweden was accepted into NATO. All right. And I put the report up about Turkey, made sure that they took care of that. It happened. Sweden's part of NATO. And then within 24 hours, Biden talked about those F-16s that right after that, that had to go be packaged up and sent over to them. A lot is happening. A lot of moving parts are going on. We're moving at warp speed right now. The United States Western media is not reporting it. If you have a family member who lives around the clock and just watches Fox News, let's say you're a patriot and you're just watching Fox News, okay? We all know how bad Fox News is, but all they're talking about pretty much, I know there's clips of Texas today, but all they're talking about is bird brain Nikki Haley, as Trump likes to call her, and still talking about that. If I was running that news station right now, it would be just like my feed. We would be talking about the crazy breaking news of the UN that just got busted for employees that were behind the October 7th attacks in Israel. Again, that is a little, if you haven't seen that, go to my page. Yes, that is the biggest story of the day on top of Texas of what's happening right now. So UN employees have been busted apparently and caught orchestrating October 7th. Put it that way. I'm taking a back seat to that report because the U.S. is behind it, and they froze the funding to the UN. Okay, today that happened. The letter from the State Department is on my page, but there's a lot of red flags that go up for me because right now I'm thinking big picture. Are they trying to set the stage to send our troops over to help Israel, to fund Israel? So I'm very careful right now. Are they going to say they're going against the UN, but now we're going to go all into Israel like we have done with Ukraine? That's the whole thing. So, hold on. I got to go let me go into my page. You guys got let me go stop somebody right now. I can monitor the comments of some idiots going in there. All right. And I'm going to block them. You got a Telegram spammer. Sorry about that. Pretty good about that. Just ignore all that. Blocked. So that's what's going on right now. Then you got the movement of, now we just heard about that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add this to the stage and put this on the screen. And let me check why I'm on the air. Again, I came on the air not as a scheduled podcast. I came on to do a test run because I had to do some updates. Biden freezes gas exports to Texas. Breaking. Biden's decision to freeze liquid natural gas exports threatens Texas and America. This reckless decision is a punch in the gut to the hardworking men and women in the energy industry. Texas Governor Greg Abbott. There you go. There's more breaking news for you. Biden has froze gas exports to Texas. The war has begun, ladies and gentlemen, while I'm on the air. There we go. The 24 hours is apparently up, and now the U.S. government is going to play games with the lives of the American people. You're seeing it in real time. There it is. So maybe that happened earlier. I haven't seen that report. Let's see what this report is here. Hold on. Let's do this. Stand by. Hold on. Let me do this. I don't think that's playing for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Let me grab this for you. Hold on. Again, I'm doing this all in real time. I'm going to put this on your screen. All right, I'm going to remove that, and let me grab this video. Let's watch this together. Okay, let's go.
Step in here and listen.
Does the president have any response to at least 25 Republican governors signing a joint statement supporting Texas in its standoff with the U.S. at the border?
So here's what I would say. My message to those, how many governors in that letter?
I believe it's 25.
25 governors. I would say to them that, are they, you said Republican governors?
Yes.
I would say to them that if they truly want to help with the issue at the border, with the immigration system, that they need to talk to the congressional members, the senators in their state. That's what they need to do.
All right, so that was moments ago. Now she is taking questions live on the standoff at the briefing room. Let's listen.
House has said that they would accept limiting parole at the border as a condition in the Senate border talks. Can you confirm?
I cannot confirm that from here. I'm going to let the negotiators have their process, go through their process. We think it's happened in good faith. We think there's been progress, and we want to see a bipartisan agreement here.
Okay, awesome. Corinne, if I can go back to the I just wanted to see clear.
Okay, that's enough right there. So, first of all, plain and simple, sorry for my language, she's full of shit. All right. She said to her in that question, how do you feel about the 25 Texas governors? And she goes, are they Republican? How many are there? That story was monumental last night. All right. And of course, the White House knows exactly how many states, exactly how many governors, and they know if they're Republican or Democrat. She's a liar. We all know she's a liar. It's disgusting what we see up there. And I can't wait for whoever is the new White House press secretary to get up there next year, this January, and bring some respect and dignity and honor back to this country, for crying out loud. What goes on a daily basis there with Mophead is disgusting to the American people, and it's concerning as well. Okay, so I'm gonna check real quick again. So again, I'd like to, and I'm gonna get off the air here. I'm not gonna stay on any longer here. I'm just taking a quick look for everybody before I get off the air and to see if there's anything else. So that's the big one. And again, I'm going to go, when I get off the air, I'm going to go post that Tucker Carlson interview with Greg Abbott onto my page. And I don't really see anything else per se. Okay. All right. So I'd like to go to your comments before we wrap it up here. Do you have any questions? Anything you want to comment on? Please, by all means. Yes, I call her Mophead every day behind your screen. That is my nickname for her. Which brings me to another point. Okay. I get it. I understand. All right. And I know what kind of language that President Trump uses, and he calls people names, and I hear people in the comments, I wish you wouldn't use language like that. If that's the least of our worries, so be it. All right. So be it. I know I pretty much figured President Trump out. I get what he's doing. Okay. And I know everybody doesn't like it. And like right now that DeSantis has dropped out, he stopped calling them DeSanctimonious and making fun of them. All right. That's just who he is. That's just who he is. And I have pet names for everybody on the entire Biden administration. And if I were to write a screenplay today, I have their real name and their character name. My favorite, I'd have to say, so far has been the previous press secretary, which she went by Peppermint Patty. I like that one. That one was cool. So, all right. I'm not turning this into a bashing session. I don't want to do that. Okay. You missed the convoy part. Go back onto my page and watch that. It's coming. You know what? Here, I'll do this. Let me grab the page, the convoy page. There is a link to it, and we'll take a look at it together here. So they are coming. They are on the way. And to all the truckers out there, and my little podcast finds my way to any of you. First of all, God bless you. Thank you for standing up. Really, God bless you all. Thank you for standing up. You need to do what you have to do. I'm at a point too. I don't care if it comes to the point of shutting down this country with stopping the trucking. We'll deal with it. We'll manage. We'll survive one way or the other. We've been warned for years that time was coming where we had to be prepared. It's always important to be prepared. List of 25 states, please. The 25 states are on my page. Just go down to go to last night. You'll see all 25 states. You'll see every name of the governor. It's all on there. Okay. Let me find that. Stand by 1 second. Let me try and grab that here. Oop. And apparently I have to confirm it, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Congress is not going to pass any more U.S. Ukraine aid, according to Speaker Johnson. Just to let you know. All right, here we go. There we go. I got that. Let's take a look at this together. And let me grab the screen for everybody here. It's called Take Our Border Back. Okay, let me get rid of that. So I'll go do that. All right. So it looks like I haven't really gone through this. Take Our Border Back convoy. We the people taking our border back January 29th to February 3rd. I have to get more details about this. Of course, I played the video, but I'm hearing about a coalition of truckers, even outside the U.S. Okay. Convoy maps and routes, donation link. There's something I definitely would support. So they have follow updates on our official social media accounts. So we'll follow that. As a matter of fact, let me open that. Okay, let me open this, share this tab. So I'm going to go here. We'll share this one. So they have an X account. We the People Maine. It's the official Take Our Border Back Maine account. Journal updates will be posted here. Let's see let's find out. 16 hours ago. This Texas unit is on the southern border tonight. My former unit, Lord, hold them in the prayer and mighty arms and place them in your hedge of protection. Okay. So this looks pretty good. I'm going to follow this page. All right. And I'll keep posted on there. So there we go. This one here, you can clearly see Eagle Pass, Texas, February 3rd. Final rally locations, Yuma, Arizona, and also in California. So again, you can go and follow those pages. You can go on to my Facebook page. That link is there. It's with that video that I just played. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move that. We'll come back here. All right. Yes, I believe Canadian truckers are joining too. As a matter of fact, Canada, watch out for Trudeau. Just be careful, I guess. We saw what he did last time, what Trudeau did to the Canadian patriots and truckers last time. We all know how far that went. That turned into an unbelievable event, even as far as jailing and freezing their bank accounts. So, unfortunately, this is the part where I was having my little rant before, that you have to make a decision on what you want to do. Do you want to have the fear tactics of jail time and freezing your assets stop you? Or do you want to push forward and stand up and fight for your country and fight for your freedom? I'm going to fight for the freedom. Freeze the bank accounts, threaten me with jail, whatever it is. But we have to do what we have to do. Be smart, be wise, think about it, be strategic. All right. Just don't go in there and based on emotions and start protesting. Be smart about it, but stand up and it's time to fight back. Martial law. Hey, I'll tell you what, we're at the beginning stages right now of seeing that start to come together. Very well possible at the end of the day. This is a premature thing that we're talking about right now, but we have to keep an eye on what's happening in Texas, what's going to happen with today. Obviously, the Biden administration is playing games. They're playing coy at the same time. You saw that with the press secretary, Mophead there, playing very coy. And hour by hour, things are going to unfold, and we're going to have to watch and see what happens. We're going to see what happens when the truckers arrive and they start standing up for Texas and what the Biden administration is going to do. We are at war. We are at war with our own government right now, and it's on the world stage. Yes, the Canadian truckers, they really did a great job. They set the bar very high. All right. So I think, again, I think that's about it. Let me check one last time for you. I got you on the air, and then I'm going to go and I'll get back to posting for everybody. I just want to make sure because so many times I leave the air and something goes down. Okay. I'm not seeing anything there, anything that needs to be addressed at this moment. So again, it says, I'll post this one. Biden freezes licenses to export gas. Biden administration on Friday halted the approval of new licenses to export U.S. liquefied natural gas while it scrutinizes how the shipments affect climate change, the economy, and national security. A plan is likely to disrupt for billions of dollars in projects. So I'm going to dig into this more because I'm just seeing this for the first time. All right. So again, I played the Tucker Carlson video, confirmed 10 states have sent their National Guard or law enforcement to the southern border. So things are moving quickly. Again, you can count on me 100% to keep you up to date what is going on. You could also count on me to break in live. Now, this was not a breaking news live event per se, but it did work out quite well. And I will break in live again. And a shameless plug if you want to support me. I know some of you do. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Those who support my work and they contribute with donations. God bless you. Thank you very much. It helps to pay the bills, to keep the media stuff going on a monthly basis. At below, you can see what that is. Thank you to everybody who does do that. I have a hard time with PayPal because they don't let me message you directly, and I still to this day haven't figured it out. Just know that I'm very appreciative of everybody who does contribute to my work and sees it as a valuable source of information and news. So thank you very, very much. So again, yeah, you're welcome, everybody. And you know what? It is my honor. It is my honor to do what I do for you guys. I am very, and not just you guys. I feel that even though I do this as my job and I have plans that's going some places, I feel that I'm doing a service for my own country. And every time that I wake up in the morning, I just know that the information that I put out is critical. And I think of my grandchildren every day, as each and every one of you should be thinking of your children, your grandchildren, or your family, or whoever it is as a loved one, because their future, they're counting on us right now. They just don't know that they're counting on us right now, but they're counting on us right now because we are living in a historic time in U.S. history and in world history right now. So anyways, God bless you guys. I'll put that link up if you want to donate again. Thank you so much. I am incredibly humbled. I appreciate it. And again, you can count on me. I will get back to you. I will keep this weekend's podcast open. I will keep you up to date with the schedule. All right. And I will also break in at any given time with breaking news, even if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. It doesn't matter. I am here. I am available. God bless you guys. Love you all. And let me get back to work. I will talk to you real soon. All right.
on.